All right. Welcome, guys, to another installment of the Sunday CBDs, right? With your host, Pips Payout, aka Terro. So basically, I must apologize, but we don't have Currency Meech tonight. He's experiencing a bit of technical difficulties. But nevertheless, the show must go on, right? So for tonight, I'll only be breaking down uh gold. Okay. All right. So as per usual, we usually start on the monthly time frame just to see the overall trend of the market, where the volume is and everything. All right. Let me remove this and remove this. All right. All right. So based on how the previous month closed, we are seeing a lot of weak rejection from the upside, right? Indicating that we might have a retest further down or even start off the bear run, right? So this is how it looks. We're currently in a new month, so the new month's monthly candle isn't as much as isn't as significant as the previous months, right? But as I said, as you notice, um, we have a lot of weak rejection from the upside, indicating a lot of selling pressure for the new month, right? We might have a level of resistance forming right here. Maybe we have a quick push up, maybe not, but this might be the start of some sells for the week going forward. So based on just this monthly candle, as how the last month's momentum ended, right? With a lot of bearish bullish rejection, right? We can look forward to the downtrend. All right, going on the weekly time frame, we have, let me clear a few of these. This distraction. All right, so now going on the weekly time frame, we can notice where we are seeing the this is week before last and also last week's bearish candle, right? Indicating this as a valid level of resistance, right? We might get a retest of the overall uptrend based on the monthly time frame, right? So it's still an overall uptrend on the monthly time frame because gold has been bullish, right, over the past few months. But we might get a retest of maybe a level on the monthly time frame, or just correction of the market correcting itself to continue the overall push to the upside. So right now, if you notice as well, this day, big bearish engulfing candle, eat off all of that. And we have this bullish candle right here, which was a bullish day in which we had last week. This was on Thursday before Friday came, started a downtrend, right? And started, well, continuing the downtrend because if you notice on the daily time frame, based on this level of support in which the market broke, we can still expect sells. So we're still in a bearish market based on the level of structure right here in which the market broke below this support level right here, right? If it had came and tested it, then we can say, all right, then buys, bulls. But it broke below the level, so now we are expecting sells on Friday candle close as well as how the monthly closed as well. So that's why we're anticipating a bit of sells right now. So yeah, all right. Now on the daily time frame, what we can notice is it's not really clean, but we can notice this is happening as it regards to structure. Markets creating lower highs, lower lows to continue the downwards push, right? Dropping down to the 4 hour time frame, we also have this level of resistance in which the market respected on Friday, right? Um, the level of resistance was created on Wednesday, the 29th, came back, tap it on Thursday, respected it on Friday, continue the overall selling momentum, right? Also, we have the SMA and the EMA above the market, indicating that the market wants to continue sales. So let's drop down to our analysis time frame. All right, so going down on the 1 hour time frame, what do we notice? Again, lower highs, lower lows, a lot of selling pressure. So let's see how we can capitalize upon that, right? First things first, we want to mark off our levels of exhaustion and our areas of interest in which we expect the market to tap. So on the 1 hour time frame, bearish to bearish, we're now at the 50% level. We usually don't take trades on the 50% level, but if it's coupled with a lot of confluence, then we might. We also have a top of the EMA right here. And most of all, let me clear this big zone so it looks cleaner. We also have this right here that was filled. This big gap in which the market made, in which that was filled, or yeah, it was filled basically based on the retest of the market for the downtrend. So we also have that on top of that. And if we're supposed to draw our zones, all right, let's draw a few areas on the market in which the market did respect, did form an area of interest. Based off right here. And as well, we have that's being formed right now. So yeah, we have quite a lot of confluence when it comes on to the selling of the market right now. The setup is already in motion. Well, if we're supposed to drop down to the lower time frame, let's clear up a bit more data. So yeah, still getting lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? And let me just check on something right here in the meanwhile. Okay. All right. So yeah. So we're still receiving lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows from the market, indicating that it wants to continue with the overall sales. To take the sales, we'd have to drop down on a lower time frame. I usually take entries on the 1 minute time frame, right? Look for a lower high point right here. We have a engulfing on the 1 minute time frame. Okay. So there is where we are expecting the sales to continue. Again, targeting this area right here. All right, so let's see what it does. Maybe what we can expect to as well is maybe a retest, a steeper retest up in this area to continue the overall downtrend. Right, but the market is very volatile right now. Might do it, might not. So yeah, that is my breakdown of the market going into the new week for today, Sunday. We would have Kurrency Meech start, however, but again, as I stated, technical difficulties, unfortunately. So he can't join tonight. But anyways, that's it for me. Hope you guys, as usual, have a blessed week and make some money this week. And this meeting was a bit short and spicy, basically. Right? I believe I covered a lot of stuff I'm seeing in the market right now. So yeah, let's see what happens. Right? Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, guys.